Sabotage. This is Jeff.
This is David.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, David.
Hi. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's fine. We're here now.
But you did. This is a recommendation for Talos Principle 2. One of the best games of the year, in a game that in a year that was full of very good games.
This is very different from Talos Principle 1.
I've skipped the prologue.
Yeah.
Because I think it has one of the best introductions of any game. And is an extremely satisfying, basically, like, continuation of the canonical ending of the first game. So there's obviously going to be some spoilers, but I'm starting here because this is after the inciting incident when a bunch of the new humans here, of which we are one of them, are going to a mysterious island to follow up on a mysterious mystery.
Ooh, I like mysteries.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Well, you
opportunity we can't
have a
pass
choice. A choice of one.
It's the point of the game, right?
I mean, the original "But Thou Must" was the point of the game as well.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. At that point, just don't even ask. We're going. Okay.
For historical context, "But Thou Must" is from the original Dragon Warrior.
I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm
Melville.
New
Saw it on the
Jerusalem's only
subtitles.
decent engineer. Saved you from the
Why
elevator.
is his subtitle blue if he's yellow?
It's nice to meet you. Blue and yellow. I think that.
Pleasure. Now let's
Oh,
get
that's
this
just a
show
name.
on the road.
Yeah.
Proper name.
You ready to go?
Yes. Okay. The whole intro here has I spent probably an hour and a half or 2 hours before getting to this point because you can fully explore their civilization of
really need to update
New
those
Jerusalem.
which
libraries.
this game, yes, of which this game is interested in asking the philosophical questions about.
To make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people,
Is our
as a
thesis
civilization.
statement there.
To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Oh, that's nice. / terrifying.
Yeah. We have entered sleep
You have
mode.
chosen a dangerous path, a path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Feel free to beep
Explain
this out.
things.
Well, feel free to bleep this out. But does that mean the
Okay,
first
sure,
game
sure.
is entirely sleep mode?
Bye to Elohim and say hello to the
No.
mysterious
Okay,
island.
cool.
The first game was in a simulation.
Okay.
But that was not a twist. That was the point of it.
Right. Okay.
A way to train an artificial intelligence to be human. The Talos principle of the
Right.
title.
Okay.
Should be coming into view just about. Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
Oh, hey, I think I had that toy when I was a kid. It's a Power Ranger thing.
If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut!
If I had a fist bump button, I would just extend it and just be like, "You and me, Byron, we got this."
Byron's the red, I assume.
Yeah, Byron's the red. Yeah.
Incredible.
Alcatraz is
Alcatraz
behind you, I
in
guess.
the front. No, Melville in yellow in the back, and then Alcatraz in green in the front.
Then who's Jakut?
Where is actually? Maybe
Is-
Yakut
Have
is
I
the
ever
front
mentioned
guy in
that
the
I
front.
hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
That's a fun twist on the. Ooh.
Act 1.
That's a fun twist on the old saying. If we had managed to fly, they would have given us
I'm
wings.
sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis.
Alcatraz is gray. So
Well,
Yakut
everything.
was the
Melville.
island.
Tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Okay, this seems really well written.
It is. Talos Principle 1 is a very, very good game that I quite enjoyed. It is a puzzle game. You do a lot of puzzles. But it was also very interested in philosophy. Philosophy of the mind and so forth.
To be part of some kind of transport
This game is what I think of as the perfect sequel to that first game.
But I might be able to fix the transport system.
I like that everybody's
However,
name
I
comes
don't
with a
like
profile
just
picture.
randomly poking at things.
Yeah.
That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Find schematics.
Neat.
We also have we live in a robotic society. These are humans by definition of the game. This is humanity now. We also have constant access to the rest of the citizenry. So as we said, when we came in here, we're doing streaming mode on, so people can watch what's going on here, which I think is a much more satisfying version of it's a better way to handle the extremely annoying trope of the person talking in your ear.
Right, who can apparently see everything you can, and
yeah, everyone can see and hear everything as long as you have like that sort of conceit. But also everyone that's here on the island, it's an exploration team and it's a game about solving a mystery, so everyone is off on their own, making discoveries, sharing it with each other. It is great. Where the first game was much more internally focused because of the way it was about trying to train a mind to be human-like.
That sort of looks like a temple.
This is much more interested in a sort
you?
of society of those minds and how they would work together. Got a mysterious temple here.
what's the founder's name?
The founder's name.
Because the rules said don't take the founder's name in vain.
Yeah, so the founder is...
Unless it's spoiler.
I'm pretty sure it's not a spoiler because the founder is like a central... The founder is the player from the first game.
Okay.
They are given a voice and, personality, whereas in the first game you're just an avatar of the player. But their legacy is one of the main motivating forces of the plot for this particular game, which is very good. My only quibble with the game is that it's a little too long, I think, because it has many puzzles.
Right. Well, didn't you say that was the case with Talos Principle 1 too?
Yes, I also thought that was also a little overly long with the puzzle side of things, but I like the variety of the puzzles here.
From the other structures, older.
Kitty.
But at a certain point, though, I think it might get in the way just a little bit of the pacing, because at a certain point the plot is like rolling, and I'm like, I gotta see what happens, but it's like you need to slow your jets and do some more puzzles. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That being said, the plot of this game is great. I love all the characters. The ending is extremely satisfying, and the 100% ending is also deeply satisfying.
Oh.
Also, we skipped a bunch of stuff.
Like they were running some sort of experiment here.
We'll do a palm read here. We skipped a bunch of stuff mostly because I didn't want to play through the intro, which I said is like a very open area where you can just chat with folks and get all kinds of you can literally just get there's like a museum that will basically take you through everything that happened in the first game.
Oh wow.
Okay. The events of the first game are not only mythologized but also are held up with almost a religious fervor to certain parts of the society, because it was long enough ago, and anyways, that comes into it as well. Let's get these schematics. These terminals have similar functions to the first game, whereas the first game it was a a dialogue between the player character Elohim and Milton, the library assistant, which Milton was a very well-written character. I like Milton a lot from the first game. I'll continue to recommend the first game as well.
I should just beat it, yes.
Yes, for sure. We're not going to go for all this, get some history here. Noema projects, little breadcrumbs on what's going on here. What we actually need is just a little schematic here. Kind of push through a little bit to get to the first batch of puzzing.
Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
It's these laboratories that have a sort of distinct look to them.
Mm-hmm.
Presage puzzle elements.
I assumed, yeah.
So we saw that there was some light combining there.
Mm-hmm. It seemed that the two lights combined to make whatever the third light was. Mm-hmm. So not strictly like color theory or whatever.
Yeah. I do like me a game that has interesting philosophical questions.
Yeah.
That is full of characters that are doing what they think is right and are not dramatically backstabbing each other.
Right.
Also, there's no violence. And also there's mega structures. So like there's a lot of check boxes that are like, go on.
It's like they made a game just for you.
I would say we're playing the we're playing the PS5 or this is being recorded on a PS5 at the moment. It is available on other things.
Ooh, what is that?
The nanite cloud is the thing that led the people here in the intro. The inciting incident that I'm talking about is the mystery of that.
Just materialize out of thin air.
What that cloud is.
I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
We're about to do what I would like to call a Riven cutscene.
Hold on.
I think I know what you mean.
I think you know what I mean. We're going to East 1.
Okay.
Where's the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
So, do you ever get the name of that cat?
Yes. One of the things that we skipped over in the introduction, the canon ending of the first game is the one that is reflected in the art, title art of the first game. We have the little robot petting the cat. That's sort of a hidden ending where you can actually get a cat during the ending. That is canonically what did happen. And I would say that it did not take long for me to be openly weeping at the memorial in the city. I was like, and I'm not even a cat person, so I warned thee.
Okay, cool, because I very much am.
Yes, so the character that has their portrait with the cat, you can talk to them. There's a memorial that sort of canonizes in both a literary and sort of religious way the cat from the first game, but it's also like it also has the pictures of the pets of all of the developers too. So it's also like real
Yeah.
But also, it seems like they're also eulogizing some of them, right? So I was like, oh, this is too real. So I was like, sure, there's the story of the game, and I'm interested in that, and I can empathize with but then it crosses over a little bit. And the first game did this too, by having part of the story, because the first game was built on the same engine that made, it's the
Serious
Pro
Sam.
Teams. Serious Sam. So you would have things that were like actually just literally from Serious
Why
Sam.
would there be a puzzle?
But that was actually part of the plot, because the simulation in the universe was built off of like old game engines, because a lot of it was cobbled together because they were like running out of time to do things. So that's how they explain, like, oh yeah, there's like this whole Egyptian theme here was part of these assets for this video game, and then there's the Easter eggs where you like run into creatures from Serious Sam. So they've continued that blurring, which I appreciate. The aesthetic of this first area is like overgrown like brutalism.
Yes,
which is another thing I quite enjoy.
Yep.
So it's like here's some less depressing like blame manga. I'm just like, yes, please.
RGB
Yes.
converter. Very good.
I would like to go to there.
That device was not in the simulation.
So we can learn how this works. We can just connect it to everything.
So
have
if-
I
feel like-
issues here. Do you have suggestions?
My
Perhaps?
suggestion is connect to the green and the blue to that sigil. Yeah.
We're done did it.
Yeah.
Let's see, we need a red. We need a blue and a green.
I guess we can't redirect from a redirect.
We can if we need to.
Okay.
So if we need, so we can get blue here.
And then
make
we
this
can
into a green.
Okay.
Maybe we should be able to make this into a green. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a little boop, and a little bit, and a little zoop.
8. Progress wheel.
Progress wheel.
Whoa, I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
What you doing? Particle cloud.
See you later, particle cloud.
Bye.
It's headed for the lake.
I have 3 notifications. I just need to get rid of these notifications.
They're on social media or.
There's some research, but then there's also the social media tabs here. You get updates from the rest of the citizenry,
I
and
think
you
the
can
cloud's been
put
absorbed
little,
by some sort of device.
responses in order to
Fascinating.
color the personality. Oh, I've still got 2. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
I like Melville.
All right. I do like Melville as well. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of. Okay.
The-
rid of it.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
both
All
of
right.
those.
It's fine. I'm just for the sake of time. We're just gonna. Okay. All right. And then I don't think it was assigned short. Okay. And then research. Okay. Which one is still not? Okay, no, which
Then
research one? Did I
On
not
research,
click
the
on?
one on the far right, Melville
Oh,
test.
the new one. Okay. Just testing the system, see if it works properly, so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public log. This game has very good writing. It also has very good. It's also very funny at times, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It is the kind of humor that is so rare in video games. That is character and situational rather than referential.
You mean the kind of humor that relies very heavily on timing and character writing?
Yeah, in this case, mostly just on characters and the way they have different views on things and are good and bad at different things, rather than just being like, I don't know, memes, references, just having them reference strangely just a small period of 100 years of movies in the distant past of this world, just kind of like Star Trek always does.
Yeah. All right. So you need
green to open it.
But you need red
Got
to get to the
3 of
box.
those. Red at the box, blue
blue to the
for
box.
another box. Okay, we'll probably do that first. So you got a blue one with the and the
Yeah. And then, yeah. Now, have we missed any secret puzzles yet?
Yes, already.
Okay.
No, not really. Actually, no. I think maybe you do have to do the first 2 before you can be
Get
on your
the
way.
secret.
So with that, let's do this guy. Put it there. Go over here. Go whoop. Our particular character is called 1K. So you might be able to surmise why.
Because it's the 1000th person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone has numbers. Part of the sociological debate within the city is what to do after reaching 1,000. It is the goal to have 1,000 humans.
And you've done that.
So they have done that. So we've got some lads talking about 1K. We'll just say, don't know who I am, still deciding. Okay. Neath at the end there, number 33, was the one that was there when you were born, so to speak. It's the first person that you chat with, and we'll sort of set the first parameters of your personality based on how you respond to him, and also how much you ask about. It's like, hey, can you summarize the events of the previous game, basically? And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
He's like, do you want the short version or the long
I've been playing
version?
around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment.
Phenomenal.
A rat maze. It seems like
Phenomenal.
a
Just
simulation.
great.
Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Okay.
Got a fun little map. We also have
done-
a compass, which
Yeah.
is nice because
Big
these
world.
zones are very big.
Yeah.
It was like semi-open world. I think would be like large areas, but then a bunch of them, and you have a little tram system go between. But so we have all the numbered puzzles,
and then you
there's
have the triangle
there's the
puzzles,
gate.
I guess.
There's the triangles, and then there's this is a golden gate puzzle as well. But well, which one do you want to go to? Yeah, some options here. So basically our map.
3 is blinking. Go 3.
Okay. We'll head towards number 3. We can also see some other question marks around.
Yeah.
For example, the conspicuous green statue over there.
Yeah.
But that's not the blinking number 3, so who knows
That's the
what it
blinking
is.
number 3. Ooh.
Just a pleasant looking cave.
Yeah, it really is.
I just like being in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Castling.
Like
Okay, we need
the
a red
thing from chess?
exit. Yes, I think so.
Okay, so we need red.
Need to get a blue to make that one leave. We can set that there.
Okay.
So if we need
So
a
we got red and green, so we can
which means
open
we can
blue.
make a blue. Yeah. Okay. That's easy enough.
I assume if you don't put it on the panel, then the energy shield stops
Yeah, it gets
it
blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll do this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then we need a red, which means we need blue
Green.
and green.
Yeah. Which, can you just nab it from there?
So we need a blue and a green.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you need to combine the red and the green to make a blue.
Yeah. Yes, red and green to make a blue. Let's see, I think I can maybe put it here.
And then put that one.
Then we'll need a green. So this one will be blue. This one will be green.
It should be able to. There you go.
Nice. Progress wheel.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Is there ever a moment where you come upon a puzzle and one of the other characters have solved it?
There is a gag about that. Yes.
I ran the samples
Phenomenal.
I collected so far.
Phenomenal.
Soil sample
It's,
results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense.
Well, maybe they're not
None
into
of
you.
the typical molecular
Yeah,
markers
it's
are
possible.
present. These
Sorry,
walls
that's
could have been made
that's a very
10,000
old
years
bad
ago
joke.
or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
I guess this should be our Vista.
Maybe so. I'll go to the.
Oh, what is...
Oh, we got
Whether
a.
it is true that David
strategy
constructed the
master,
giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
I
There you
think
go. Sort of a thesis
accurate.
statement. That's just the concise the concise description of the Talos myth that it's all based off of. Obviously, in first game that was applied, like I said, to an artificial mind. Let's see what Al has to say. Hello.
Everything
okay?
He has a lot to say.
What do you think about
Goal
the...
with capital G is the what to do after 1,000 people exist in New Jerusalem.
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
Okay.
So real quick, I did just look up to see if that dude, the Stratton of
Strigarian,
to see who the voice actor for that was, because for a second I thought it was Josh Stryface, and I thought that was funny. No, Howard Ward.
Okay. Much like in the first game, there are characters, although there's fewer characters in the first game, there's characters that have distinct philosophical outlooks on life, and you can respond to them in many different ways. And there's a pretty good amount of sort of text adventure style digression.
For another puzzle.
But I do appreciate that in the first game and also this one, sometimes you can respond, but your character is not the arbiter of everyone's truth. Sometimes they'll just push back and be like, "No, you're stupid,"
Like,
or like, "How could you
that.
think that? Come on!"
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, but often it will be just like, "Oh, I haven't thought about it that way." It's a very utopian society.
Right.
People with a lot of differing opinions on lots of important topics that nonetheless do not fight each other physically to get their point across. Find my sprite and follow it till it leads you back to B.
Oh.
Got a little conspicuous little
A line, yeah.
pointing out that way.
Yeah.
Then there's a conspicuous star marking on the map here. The stars were the main hidden item collectible in the first game.
Right.
They do return here. I think, thankfully, they're a lot more. They're not obscure. Well,
Okay.
I guess a few of them are kind of obscure, but they're on your map, like
Right, like that.
it's not too much, which I appreciate, because it's like at the ending of the first game, it got to a point where I was just like, okay, well, let me go look up a guide. It's like where's the other 10% that I missed? So this puts off that eventuality. There's still some noodle scratchers eventually, I suppose, but there is a lot of puzzling in this game, and I don't really want to go any further, because like the entire game, it's the mystery, it's the philosophy, it's the emotional journey of the characters in the society, trying to answer the question of like, what is their responsibility to each other and the world when they have a shared mythology and creation story that is sort of indisputable.
Right.
So there is a religious element to the belief in the founders or the ancestors or the creators, but it is a society that has a very distinct and real connection to their creators.
Right.
Which just makes for an interesting story. And there's some stuff in here in this game where I was just like, well, that's dope, but I want to see more. And then parts where I was like, I can't see more until I solve another 20 puzzles. And it's like, I do enjoy the puzzles, but it'd be okay maybe if it was just 5 puzzles, then I could move on. That'd be okay too. Anywho,
All right.
I cannot say anything. I cannot say enough good things about this game. It is deeply my stuff.
Yeah.
My bold stuff.
Is there floaty crap?
Let's see. Is there floaty crap?
Because that's the only other thing on the checklist.
You bet your ass there's floaty crap, David. Of course there is.
So this is the perfect game.
This is like the perfect game. Yeah, you get to one section, I'm just like, oh, look up. Good. Very good.
Well, if you
here's another bold, because I'm sort of keep kind of selling it here. Here's a bold statement. I got to a part of the game that was just like, Crow Team, your environment art. You've stepped up your environment art game, and you're competing with Bungie.
Oh,
and I mean that as the highest compliment. Where I'm just like, I want to sit here and look around this place for a bit.
That is ridiculously high praise, considering.
I'll go splash around in some water if you would like to do the outro.
I guess I should. If you like this and the other things we do, please consider supporting us. Sorry, I still have a cough.
It's fine. That's fine.
Consider supporting us on Patreon. Most direct way to do that. Also do the YouTube stuff to like, comment, subscribe. That stuff's free. We love making all this stuff, and all those things make it easier.
Talos Principle 2.
Now I gotta beat the first game, I guess.